Bum, bum, bum.
This episode of Savage Sessions is brought to you and produced by Radio Salad Studios. And now your host, Chuckie Tee.
That's right. Try to figure this out. I think that'll work. Hello, players, and welcome to Savage Sessions. My name is Chuckie Tee, and I'll be your host for ETU Movie Night. Kinda. Halloween Special Edition. Now, usually on Savage Sessions, I allow the players to go for that all-important fourth Benny. These are tokens that allow the players to do cool and crazy things throughout the game. To do so, traditionally, I ask for a 60-second, right? 60 seconds? Is that what we're hitting on nowadays?
60 seconds.
60-second recap of the last episode as told from the viewpoint of their character. Being as there is no previous session, instead, I'll ask for them to simply introduce themselves and the characters they'll be playing. Tonight's special event with ETU, they've recently come out with pre-made characters. I have the pre-made characters brought into Roll20 already. Now, and I will be starting tonight's session by randomly picking one of these beautiful characters for the players to choose. And then I'll open up in their journals, and they can use it to reference their character. And we can go from there. So, gentlemen, which one of you would like to go first? Introducing yourself, and then we'll figure out who you're going to play.
Let me go look at my journal. Do we have a character in there now?
Not yet. I haven't picked one. Who wants to be first?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? You want to be it?
Sure. I'll be the guinea
Go
pig.
ahead. Start it out.
What do we need to do to pick one?
Well, first introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Greg.
Greg's been giving me for a little while now. So, Greg, congratulations. You're a brave boy. Greg, do you want me to pick from the top, middle, or bottom of the deck?
I feel like bottom dealing.
Bottom dealing it is. Fantastic, Greg. Congratulations. Oh,
Yeah.
Of course you can't see it.
Let's see it.
Can't see it. Of course. The Geek.
The geek. Yes.
The Geek.
That sounds kind of.
So I get the taped up glasses and the whole 9 yards?
Yes, you will. So I'm going to go into the journal. We're going to edit this real quick, and we are going to make it so that you, Greg, it's in your journal. Save changes. There you go. Okay, so why don't you go ahead, bring that up, and at the very top, there's some flavor text. And if you're comfortable with that, go ahead, read it. If you're not, I can read it for you.
Sci-fi, fantasy, horror. You have always loved them. You always had a sixth sense about you. So when you read ETU made the list of top 10 hot spots for Supernatural, you were so in.
Why don't
I
you go
can't
ahead?
wait to go.
So why don't you go ahead and pop to the back, and actually, yeah, go to the back, but just hold on. Now, Lee, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let's see.
Well, first introduce yourself.
Oh God. Yeah, Lee. from yeah, a place right here in the Great North Woods.
Oh, Lee, do you want me to pick from the
And,
top, middle, or bottom of the deck?
Or bottom. Middle.
Middle. All right. Lee, starting at the start of the game, and I'll explain a little bit more in a little bit. The Jock. So let me get over here, and I will open this up.
Oh, man, are you? And we are in college, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
East Texas University.
Oh my God! At East Texas, I'm a jack. Okay, you got me.
All right,
I
so
have
it's
to
in
go.
your
This is
journal.
sudden- this is
Why don't you
sudden
go-
Death. Okay.
Well, he should be in your journal. Go ahead, and why don't you introduce the character you'll be playing? Greg, I'm going to stop presenting. If you could present, please. All right. Many collegiate scholarships were thrown your way, but your entire family graduated from ETU. You don't have a major yet, but you'll figure that out after football season.
All right.
This is Snooker's movie theater
Movie theater.
in the small town of Pine Box, Texas.
Nice.
It's one of the original theaters. It's recently been upgraded by the family member of Snooker's. Now, Snooker's, well, obviously a descendant from the original family. Which, by the way, for those of you here, the year is, oh boy.
It usually takes place in 2014.
2014, 2015, something like that. So we'll go 2014. We'll go with that. Okay. The story is taking place in Pine Box, Texas. It's a small college town located in eastern Texas. Snooker's has been renovating the theater in Pine Box for a very long time. It is in direct competition with a larger theater complex. Oh yeah, by the way, let me get this going.
Break it out.
That is also in town. Okay, hold on, let me get to. Oh my gosh. Well, as I said, Snooker's, a descendant of the original family that made the theater generations ago, has been renovating. And he's only recently reopened. Okay. You guys now have control of the tokens that are on the board. And as has come along for East Texas University, each of you are playing freshmen. Your first year at East Texas University.
Okay.
You've only been here for a very short amount of time. Classes usually start around September, and so that a little over a month you've been in Pine Box itself. And it seems a lot of people have shown up here tonight. There's about 50 or so, 50, maybe 60 of you. It's hard to tell. It's a midnight showing of the classic movie, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Somewhat of a tradition here in Pine Box. Usually, the movie is actually shown on campus. This year, it seems that there were some issues at the campus theater, and so Snooker's decided to take it over. Snooker's is about 40 years old, overweight, balding, relatively jolly man.
Always looking for a way to make money, probably.
Oh, definitely. Now, because his theaters usually he shows a lot of shows like this. Yeah, he'll do the modern shows, the shows that are recently coming out. But Snooker's prefers to show the older ones, the classics, things of that nature.
Things that probably don't cost him as much money to get.
To get and also to maintain. So, as you have all come in and the people are now starting to sit down, Greg, Lee, are you familiar with the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
It's been a long time.
Right.
We're gonna completely pretend like I haven't got a clue.
Okay. I'll get back to you.
I'm pretending.
Nice. Well, this is the full-on. People are dressed up as you do, because Rocky Horror has gained notoriety as being an interactive movie. In fact, they had the staff members have even printed out the interactive playbook. They gave deluxe ones that you could buy for $5 at the door, or, which you're not supposed to do, or you just got cheap little flyers, and it kind of gave hints as to, how to play along. So, as you're looking at the crowd there, lots of people dressed up. This is one of the few nights where, again, for Snookers, handing out alcohol and things like that. Some of the local frat houses and sorority houses have teamed together to put up decorations and provide extra food and beverages. I like to retcon that it wasn't the staff so much as it was the frat houses and the sorority houses that provided the play-by-play thing. A lot of the proceeds from tonight are going to be going directly back to East Texas University and to be divvied up amongst various charities and things like that. So a lot of the people who are working tonight for this midnight showing of Rocky Horror Picture Show are volunteers of some such. So we'll start with Greg. Greg, what brought the geek to the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
In her flavor text, it says she loves horror and all that kind of stuff.
So this is right up her alley.
So she figured she'd come check it out. I wouldn't say that she knows what it is, but she's never actually watched it. So she thought it'd be kind of fun to just come check it out.
Nice. Okay. Lee, what brought the jock to a midnight showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
The Maj Pit up front, probably, yeah.
Or the hot chicks?
The Maj Pit, yeah.
Okay. Nice. So, as the story starts up, we go through the usual. Starts at the church, the wedding, the musical. The crowd is getting into it. Things are going pretty smooth. Everything seems to be going relatively normal. People are laughing. They're making fools of themselves. People are going up to the front. And a lot of them are interacting and replicating the dance. A lot of people are singing along and things like that, to the point where it's almost drowning out the movie itself. Could each of you please give me a notice roll real quick?
Okay, let's see. Now, do you have a D4 and a D6?
Yes.
The wild die is always a D6, right?
Yes.
Okay, Greg. Ooh.
So I got a 7. So I had a 6 up here, 6 and a 2.
Okay.
And then I rolled another. So I got a 7 on notice.
Yeah, 7. Okay, nice. Not enough for the raise. Again, the typical difficulty is 4, usually, unless it's stated otherwise. And then for every 4 points above the target number that I assign, that's considered a raise, which means you succeeded and you did it with a little bit more flair or faster or something along those lines. Okay, so Greg, you got the success, but not the raise. Lee, your character, the jock, got a 3. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, okay. So real quick, what has distracted the jock from the occult symbols that are now and have been floating around the bottom, the sides, and the top of the movie itself? Like what distracted him from that?
You mean he originally was focused on that?
No, he didn't notice it. Why? Why didn't he notice that?
Oh, why didn't he notice it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was staring at the skirts.
Nice, of course. So it's the camera, as the camera's panning by, a couple of people initially when the movie was starting noticed it. Because at first it looks like this is an old copy of the Rocky Horror Picture. This isn't some digital thing. It looks like it's actual film. So it kind of looked like on the sides there was these weird symbols, and they just haven't gone away. So a lot of people, there's a few people that noticed it, but they just kind of blew it off. Now, the geek, though. Oh, yes. Yeah, the geek notices it, and it hasn't gone away.
Yeah, so I'm jotting down and drawing these symbols because I'm going to start looking to see what the hell they are.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and give me, it should be a research. Oh, God. Yeah, she's got that pretty good. Yeah, give me a research roll. Yeah, so while that's happening, Lee, so the camera pans around and we see the jock, and he's got his arm around, he's got a cute girl next to him, and he's talking to her, but he's also eyeballing a couple of other chicks off the side. And Lee, you've made contact with the one girl, and there's a little bit. What have you got here?
6 and an 8.
Oh, roll it again. Roll it again. Okay, we got a forward. Okay, so we got 10 and we got 10. So so success and a raise. This isn't good. This isn't good at all. You're flipping through, and
I've got a smartphone. I'm probably researching on that.
And as you're kind of cupping it to hide it, when the camera goes around and we see the geek concerned about what she has seen, is looking at the phone. There's a crack of lightning, and you look up, and it's at this part of the movie where Brad and Janet are singing and going up to the house, the Frankenfurter mansion, for the first time, and the door is opening, and Riff Raft has answered them at the door. Whatever. You get into there, everyone's going crazy, they're making noises. The geek goes back and is looking at these strange symbols. Those are hardcore symbols. Those are not just everyday whoopla type things that you put on just to be kind of occult looking or Halloweenish type deal. No, these are like hardcore, and they're actually meaning something. And as the geek is looking at it, cue up the dramatic music. The camera zooms in on the geek's face as she's looking it over. And as the music for the time warp starts up, and everyone in the theater is standing up, moving off into the aisles, moving up, the snooks and some of the staff and the sorority boys, the sorority girls are bringing people up front, and they got their costumes, and they're all starting the time warp dance. The camera zooms back in on the geek, and we see her looking at this. Summoning? Breaking boundaries? Wait, what? And as she's going through the various pages of the book, Frankenfurter looks up after the song has completed, and he breaks script, and it throws people off because Frankenfurter looks up, he glances around, and we see him walk away. It's the part where he's walking towards the camera at the end after he's saying hi to everybody. Now, the movie's still going on, but we see this Frankenfurter come up to the front, away from what's happening behind him, and he glances around, looking out, apparently at the crowd, and he smiles. And it looks like we have ourselves a kicking group here tonight. I think we should make ourselves more comfortable. Isn't that right, Eddie? And everyone, people haven't caught on to it, but then we see Meatloaf. And it's one of his roles here in Rocky Horror as Eddie. The door opens up, and he's on his motorcycle, and he comes blaring out. People are going around, and Jock, you swear you hear somebody lean back, go, "Oh my God, dude, is this a special edition? No, that's crazy, man. What is this?" And the bike comes roaring past Frankenfurter. It hits the screen. The entire screen wobbles. People in the crowd scream. Other people turn. There's one poor bastard going backward, dressed up as one of the guests for Frankenfurter, a college student dressed up as one of the guests in the movie. Backs up, the entire screen wobbles, and it looks like water being displaced, and the bike comes shooting out of the screen. It hits the guy square in the chest, runs right over top of him, spirals around in front of everyone. People are screaming and running around, and then the bike tears off. 1 second. Down the side. Let me see if I can get this. Bing, ding. Tears off. Down the side. Maybe. Or not. I'm going to be doing this a lot. And you can hear him going down the aisle, hitting the door. There's a horrible crashing noise. And you hear some more people screaming on the outside. Now, as this happens, Frankenfurter's hands goes up, and Tim Curry starts doing his traditional, iconic laughter as Frankenfurter. Not only that, but he's suddenly holding that electric carving knife. And he's waving it back and forth, and he's pointing forward. And as his hands come forward, it looks like he's hitting a wall of water. And it's rippling out. And all of a sudden, all of his guests in the movie, and Brad, and Janet, and Columbia, and Magenta, Riff Raff, they all turn, and they all start running towards the screen. And that's when the real horror starts, as they begin breaking through the screen, landing out, looking around like rabid animals, and they start jumping at people in the audience. Okay, give me 1 second, kids. I've got a lot of stuff to do. Now, the soundtrack for the movie has not stopped. It's still playing. Like, all the dialogue, all the music, everything is still playing, but the actors are no longer on the screen itself. And whatever these things are have jumped out and are now attacking members of the audience.
Holy shit.
Can I tell Color one thing here?
Yeah.
We're playing Rocky Horror Picture Show right now. We're playing the parts of it.
All right, well, have fun.
She loves Rocky Horror. Yeah.
Well, Lee, when you had mentioned this the last time we were together, I was like, "Oh my God, yeah, this."
I didn't know you could do this. Number one.
Oh hell yeah!
The fact that you are doing it right now is even more mind blowing. So yes.
Oh hey, well thank you.
Cheers.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Carve away at it, chef.
Oh, this is
Carve away.
Okay. All right, so here's what we're gonna do.
time to. I know you
So
said
first
you
of
were
all-
trying to kill us, but
First, well, now
The
normally,
geek is just blown away at what is going on exactly right now, and the
Well-
only thing I could possibly be thinking about is
well, Lee, here's where
What
we
the-
go. There's a couple of things we need to talk about. One is player agency. This game does involve fear, much like Deadlands and things like that. If you fail this roll, that means your character is acting irrationally, which we'll go into that later on. But so the first thing I need from the both of you was, would you please give me spirit checks at a -2? Okay, so I got a 3. All right, so you got a 3 and a 3. Are you happy with those, or do you want to take the failure, or do you want to spend a penny?
I'm gonna take the failure. Yeah.
Okay, no
Jock's gonna
problem.
Have to take the failure.
All right, so by
He's
failing a
jock,
fear,
He's just failed it.
okay, so by failing the fear roll means your character is shaken. Okay. Which means that because it's a frightening scene. So let's start with the jock. So this happens. The cast have literally erupted from the screen, and have started to run into the crowd, and they're viciously attacking them. What exactly is happening with the jock? Why? What does it look like as the audience? What are we seeing with the jock being shaken?
The jock's looking for the side doors out of the building.
Okay. So, let me give you this. All right. So, obvious because this is stadium seating, auditorium seating. So, this black spot here, this wall here, and this wall here. Even when you're sat down, these walls are only about 3 foot tall. Okay? But because it's elevated, if you try to hop over those walls, you've got a good, maybe 8 foot drop, maybe, to the floor itself. The exits to the building are here. That's going outside, and here, and going outside. The entrances and exits back into the concession area for the theater are here and here. What is the jock doing? Well, actually, hold that thought. Hold that thought. So, Greg, you'll be able to function normal. Lee, before you can take any actions, I'm going to need another spirit roll. But first, we're into combat. I have a 6 of spades. What do you guys have for your cards?
Okay, now if I've got five or points or less, I get an automatic extra draw at that point, right?
Yes. Do you have a card that is 5 or less?
Yeah.
You do. Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Give me 1 second. I will deal you another card.
I have an ace.
You do. Nice. Okay. How was that, Lee? Is that a better card?
Much better.
What'd you get?
8.
Got 8. Okay. So this is how combat works in Savage Worlds. I deal out the cards. Lee has a special advantage where if he gets a card that's 5 or less, he gets an additional card. Awesome. Great. The countdown starts with jokers. Did anyone get jokers? No. Next, it goes down to aces. Greg, you said the geek has an ace, so you'll be able to go first. Okay. What is the geek doing?
Thoughts are get somewhere safe and try to do some more research to figure out what this is.
Nice. Okay. All right. So shove the smartphone in a pocket or backpack, whatever she might have on her, and
shoving that off. And I'm.
What is she doing?
I'm thinking about heading towards the like the projector room or something like that.
Okay. Again, this is solid wall. Now, you have the opening that the projector gets out, but that is very small.
Right. I have to go. That's right. I have to go all the way back up here and around.
Well, or you could try to go up, like I said. These walls here do not go to the ceiling.
Okay. What about the back walls?
The back walls do go all the way to the ceiling.
Okay. So I'd have to go to the edge and try to jump down one of the walls, probably breaking my glasses again.
Well, there's a couple problems. One, you have to get to that wall, which means you have to go around the people who are screaming, freaking out. Some people have the exact same idea you have. So we got a couple things we need to do. First, I need you to give me an athletics roll. It's going to be a -2, just because you have to navigate the people and the chairs. Because Greg and Lee are playing wild cards, they're the stars of the show.
You said athletics?
Athletics, yes, sir. And a wild die. They get the wild die. Wild die represents luck and life experience. It just allows them to roll an extra die.
I got a 4.
You got a 4. Okay, it's a -2, though, so that's only a 2. Are you happy with that?
No, we're going to have to Benny that, I think.
The bennies do a lot of different things. It allows them to re-roll, usually the soak damage. Unfortunately, because I'm using the gritty damage rule, they won't be able to do that. And they can also spend them to get better cards for initiative, or change small plot devices.
Fuck, I still got a -10. Okay.
All right, what direction are you going?
I was going to go to the left.
Go to the left. Let me show you how far you made it. Okay, you got to hear you tripped over. Well, Greg, it didn't work. So I need you to do me another thing before I give you an opportunity to describe to us as the audience what just happened to the geek. I need you to roll me a percentile. Because there's a good chance you just lost your glasses.
Percentile is 100.
Yes, sir.
D100.
50 or less.
79.
Greg, I have terrible news for you.
Lost my glasses again.
In your description as to why the geek failed to get to the wall, I'm going to need you to describe exactly how she lost her glasses, too. So, Greg, what just happened?
So as I was running, I got to the end of the aisle and caught my foot on one of the chairs. And when I went down, of course, my glasses went flying again.
Jinkies. Don't you hate it when that happens? Yeah. Nice. Okay, so that will bring your turn to an end. And Lee, you are up as the jock. The first thing I need you to do for me is to give me a spirit roll. So be a spirit die plus a d6.
Okay.
There are no negatives to this.
All right. Spirit die and die 6. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Basically 2 d6s.
Yep.
There's a 4.
Nice. Okay. Okay, you pull it together. You can act normally. What exactly is the jock doing? I said these guys have run out, and they've just started to run to the first couple of rows, and they are viciously attacking people.
Yeah, I'm not no superhero jock here, so I'm not noticing too much other than getting out of here.
Nice. How do you want to try and get out of here?
I'm gonna go right straight to here and jump over that wall about 8 feet down. You said to go here.
Okay, so go ahead, move them back real quick, because now this is where the jock gets a bit of an advantage. You have the free runner's edge, which means unlike the geek, who was at a -2, you won't have that penalty. So the first thing I need you to do is, and again, the jock and the geek weren't alone. There's a lot of people that are flipping out when they realize that they can't get to the front. They immediately beeline to the sides to hop over the edge. But first, Lee, I need you to give me an athletics and wild die roll, please. And then we'll start moving the bad guys. Oh,
Roll
nice.
D6.
Okay, yeah, you got the ace. Every time a player rolls the highest on a die, they automatically get to roll again and add it to the previous. So go ahead, roll me another D6. Let's see if the roll 20 gods like you. Okay, you got 11. That's a success and a raise. So go ahead and put him just on the other side of that black wall. And Lee, tell us, the audience, how effing awesome is the jock right now? What do we see as the
awesome
audience?
is he feeling? Oh, his adrenaline is pumping.
So what did we see? What did that look like?
Well, just like you said, they're attacking the ones in the audience, and the jock knows it's hopeless if he can't find something. He's looking for a weapon right now for his hands, and there's nothing in this auditorium looks useful. So he's looking at the door, and he's hearing the screaming, and that the only thing that through his mind is going south through that door.
And 11. Okay, so as the crowd is going nuts, the demonic cast members have run forward. They're viciously scraping at, grabbing on, tackling people to the ground. And then the people start screaming more as, again, the movie hasn't stopped. All the audio to the movie is exactly the same. The only difference is none of the actors are up on the screen. The lettering, the occult lettering that's been going around has now begun to shake, and they've gotten bigger and bigger, almost like they're coming towards the screen. They hit the screen, and each of those occult symbols break through the screen, fly up, circle around everyone in the audience. The demonic creatures, if they're fighting, they stop and they look up and they all start letting out some bizarre squeals and chants, and the letters combine together into roughly a 10-foot wide circle, begin to spiral rapidly, and then shoot up to the dome ceiling of the theater. They hit the ceiling, plaster and other debris begin falling down, and there is there's now a gigantic 10-foot hole up in the ceiling. Cold air begins to blow down, and then the tentacles start to if I could talk, start to thrash back and forth, and gigantic globs of gunk begin dropping down into the theater seats. And the crowd loses its shit. Okay, let's go on to the next round.
Oh yeah, okay. I was looking for one to the side of the
okay.
Okay, yeah. I had to scroll to it. Yeah, there's a third card there. Okay.
Okay, is it a 5? Is it a 6 or higher?
It's less. It's 4.
It's a 4. Okay, so you need another card.
All right. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I will deal you another card. Let me know if this is a 6 or higher.
All right.
Okay. There you go. You got another one.
Oh, definitely a 6 or higher.
What'd you get?
Joker.
Oh, did you seriously? Congratulations, gentlemen. Every time you guys draw a Joker, each of you get an additional Benny. So please feel free, take your Benny now.
Sweet.
And Lee, the jock, for this round and this round only, will get a +2 to all actions that he does. And you will be able to go first at any time.
I would be able to what?
You'll be able to go first at any time.
Oh, okay. Anytime I feel like it's smart to get.
So, do you want to go now or do you want to wait?
This is only for this round, though, right?
Only for this round.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to go first.
Okay, yeah, because as soon as you hit the ground and you got your bearings, other people are starting to jump out. You turn back and you see one of the Rocky Horror Freaks. She's definitely not one of the students or a normal person. She has black on black eyes. She's got black stuff draining down her face. There's another guy, a middle-aged man, has also jumped over the railing. He didn't do it nearly as graceful as you did. He hits the ground. That chick is running up here. I'll show you. I'm sorry. This chick is running up towards you. She was focused on you, and then this overweight, middle-aged guy landed in front of her. She stopped, looked at you, smiles, looks down, grabs the guy, looks up, and she starts just rattling off some off-the-wall crap out of her mouth. And as she draws this other guy close to her, she begins to shake violently. Her entire body begins to just violently shake to the point where her entire body and then this guy's body distorts. And then she goes shooting up and into the ceiling. More specifically, as you turn and look up, you see the massive hole in the ceiling with tentacles flopping out of it. And that girl and this guy have just disappeared. I need you to give me a spirit check real quick.
Okay. One. Where you at? Right there.
So be a spirit and a wild die, please.
That's going to stay the same all night, right? That's why I just memorize it. Yeah, 6. Okay. And a wild die. Can I do them together? They can be done together, right?
Yes, okay. I can. Nice. Go ahead. Roll me another D6.
I know. Right.
We haven't given out that turkey yet, so. Okay, you got an 8 altogether, so that's definitely a success and a raise. So the jock is okay. So real quick, what's going on with the jock?
He's heading straight south through that door.
Gotcha.
For any office or any utility that looks like he can find a club in it. Just
okay.
He can find.
Before you do this roll, why don't you go ahead and give me a common knowledge roll?
Common knowledge, okay.
The jock has been in this theater a couple of times. You know, and the fact that he grew up, you know, maybe not in Pine Box, but I just want to make sure can he think of where he might find the tools he needs? So look for common knowledge.
Yeah, he's looking for table legs, anything.
Okay.
Tear apart that he can tear apart into a club.
Okay, so you're rolling 2d6. Nice. Okay, so 2 out of 5. So the 5 is good enough for success. Okay, so here's the schnook. You know damn well that schnook has been held up in the past. And you vaguely remember somebody mentioning that the concession stand that they not one of the people that lives in the dorm that you're staying at on campus works in this theater and had mentioned that the concession stands they've got a sawed-off shotgun under the concession stand. Oh, we have a problem. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and stop your character there? In fact, why don't you go ahead, give me 1 second. Move him back.
Back to...
So the camera is, first it's in front of the jock as he watches the one midget chick grab the guy and shoot up into the ceiling. Backs up, turns, and it goes to the point of view of the jock. Busting, well, actually, that door's not there because Eddie ran that door over. So the door has been broken right off its hinges. It's lying on the ground. As you go running down that narrow hallway, you start to come around a corner. The jock stops himself, throws himself backwards, and smashes up against the wall. And we see him looking around the corner because Meatloaf is in the lobby. And in one hand, in the movie, Tim Curry's character kills Meatloaf with a pickaxe. And Meatloaf is on that motorcycle, sitting on it, glancing around, and he's holding that pickaxe. Lee, I want you to roll me a percentile. or you could give me a Benny. It's a 50-50 chance that he wasn't looking in your direction. Or you could give me a Benny, and I'll say he's not looking in your direction. Oh, nicely done. So that's what saved the Jock's ass, is that as you hit that corner, Meatloaf is not looking in your direction. He's looking down the other hallway. And when you see him to start to turn your direction, the Jock ducks back around the corner. All right. So real quick, and I need to go back to the Geek. What is going through the Jock's head? Oh, by the way, the concession stand that may have the shotgun is right there.
Gotcha. Oh, do I gotcha. Oh, this is cruel. This is so cruel. And he's on a motorcycle, you say?
And he's on his motorcycle. The exact same motorcycle that he had in the movie.
Yes, I got you there. Okay. Ooh, yeah, well. Oh, my turn's over, right?
No. You, what are you thinking?
I'm deciding whether I'm going to freeze against the wall or keep going.
Which one are you doing?
He's looking the other way, right?
Yes. As you peek around the corner, you know, he's kind of looked your. He's not kind of. He has. He's looked your direction. You duck back. When you duck back around again, he's looking down. This. It looks like he's paying a lot of attention to this hallway.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna walk right. I'm gonna sly as a dog, go right through this door.
Which one?
And look both ways.
The bathrooms. The bathrooms. You're heading to the bathrooms.
And look both ways, this way, when I get in there.
Okay.
And be utterly silent as I can be about it.
Of course you are. Of course you are. So go ahead and give me a stealth roll. This will be resisted.
Okay. Stealth right there.
Okay, because you are active, you set the difficulty for him. Okay. So the higher you roll, the more difficult it will be for him to notice you.
All right, here we go. Free runner will not affect us, right?
No. Your stealth is D6, so you're rolling 2D6.
Okay, here we go.
Roll another D6.
Nice. Oh, my God. Oh, the Roll20 gods are liking you, Lee. You roll another one? Yeah. Lee, you might get that turkey. Roll me another D6. Oh, so close. Lee, so as the audience, what just happened? What do we, as the audience, what did we just see?
We just saw this cowpoke Jock just sliding, sweating from his sweat is now beating across his forehead, no doubt about it. He's already cleared the bathroom north, south. There's nobody there, obviously. He's not scared. He's got anybody. Nobody knows he's there. And he's now looking around to see what his options are, go in any other direction, and sees a door to the south of him. He sees that door.
Nice. Excellent. Yes, of course. All right, Greg, what card did you get? The bad guy's got a king. Right? Exactly. So, as Jock has made his way into the bathroom, the Geek is on the ground. People are screaming, and we, as the audience, we see the cast members running in the audience, leaping on people, raking at them, grabbing a hold of them, and we see pretty much as the camera's going around, them grabbing onto people, starting to shout or just let out bizarre screams of pleasure and things like that. And they hold their victim close to them, and then the same thing that happened in that little hallway. They almost meld together and they shoot up into the ceiling. Now, that rift up in the ceiling is getting bigger. And more of that slime stuff is starting to drop down into the center of the theater itself. And as the audience, we see several of the cast members that have run in just start shooting up into it. And one of them looks like she was trying to grab two people and started to go up, but it looks like in mid-flight, the person managed to break free and they fall. Unfortunately, the person falls and they hit the chairs after a 10-foot drop. So this person doesn't look all that good. The cheerleader is currently struggling, just running all over the place. Now, we come to the geek, sprawled out on the floor. First thing I need to do, because as you're sprawled out, even with your glasses off, it's the cold air that suddenly rushes into the place. And you turn and you look up to see where this unnatural cold air is coming from. And plus with seeing the runes and everything fly up into the ceiling, and then the tentacles start to come down. So first thing I need is that fear check at a -2, please.
Okay, I believe I'm a D8 spirit. Yep.
Okay. So D6 and a D8, please.
Yep. I want to do that. Oh.
Ooh.
We better bury that.
We got to bury that? Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, the 7 becomes a 5, so that's a success. So the geek may act normal. What is the geek doing?
You gotta look around for her glasses.
Give me a notice roll at a -2, please.
-2.
So the camera pans in on the geek. Dramatic music. We hear people screaming and running around, people getting sucked up into the ceiling, and the camera's following the geek as she desperately begins clawing around on the dark floor, looking and trying to dodge people.
There's a 5.
Score. Oh.
Right? And it's a -2, right?
Right. I
No,
got a 5.
-1. Just a -1. It's just a -1. Okay, so still,
I got a 4 and a 6. So
yeah, 4 and 6. So you're good. So there it is. She's pulling around. She turns, and it's about it's on the other side, and you may move her there, and then tell me what you want to do for this round. Yep. What is the geek trying to do this round? Same deal?
Yeah, she's just gonna head for the wall, try to lower herself down without.
Get the hell out.
And a matter of fact, just so she doesn't lose her glasses or attempt not to lose her glasses, she's gonna put them in a pocket when she goes to jump over the wall.
Okay, I'll remember that. So go ahead and move her to the wall. Okay, now give me an athletics roll.
-4. She ain't an athletic chick.
Okay, you're gonna take that. The fall will not be enough to. It'll just basically mean that she did it. If you take the failure, she went over the wall. It was just not a very graceful land. I will still need that 50%.
I figured.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so she has it. Okay, so as the audience, what just happened?
Yeah. She's not a graceful person.
Hits, lands, falls to the side. Now,
As she gets up to start going over the wall, she kicked her leg over too fast. And it just kind of set everything in motion, and she just becomes a mess on the other side of the wall on the floor. Luckily, when she landed on her back, and her glasses were in her front pocket.
and as she hits, and she, as she hits, and she flops onto her back, she pushes herself up. She's looking directly down that narrow hallway at the movie screen, and she's looking directly at Janet. Janet looks at her, looks back, looks over at her again, crouches down. She has this just crazed, maniacal look on her face. And that's when she holds up her hands, and she's holding the fork and a knife from the dinner scene. And she's got this maniacal smile on her face, and she begins running towards the geek. Okay. So let's go for the third round. And again, Lee, let me know if this is not a 6 or higher. The bad guys have a jack.
Oh, boy.
What did you guys get? And again, Greg, if you do not like the card, you can always give me a Benny and I'll get you a different card. You always take the higher. Oh, you got a 3.
I got a whopping 3.
That's up to you.
I'll just take it and see what happens. Worst thing that happens is I die.
Okay. Lee, what did you get? Did you get a 6 or higher?
10.
You got 10. Okay. Are you okay with that, or did you want something different?
I'm good with that.
You're good with that. Okay. All right. Not a problem. So, as the camera begins panning around, the camera dollies up. We can see Janet running towards the geek. Get to that in just a second. And as it goes around, we see the cheerleader and another cast member struggling. Another cast member grabs onto a middle-aged woman, bites her viciously on the face, looks up, begins chanting something hysterically, and then the same thing, pulls her close, and they shoot up to the ceiling. Okay, the other two are still having issues. All right. Up in front of the screen, camera begins to turn around, and we see Frankenfurter, along with Rocky, Riff Raff, Magenta, and Columbia have moved forward. Frankenfurter in the front, his hands above his head, his black on black eyes, leaking black fluid down his face. All of them looking exactly the same. With Frankenfurter standing up, he begins chanting. The other 4 drop to their knees and begin bowing, and they also begin chanting, stopping periodically to look up at the massive rift that is opening wider and wider in the ceiling. Massive tentacles have now dropped down into the theater and begin frantically thrashing around, ripping chairs off of the foundation, smacking people. Thinner, smaller tentacles begin coming further, closer and closer down. People that are looking up, the rift has gotten so big that they can actually see stars and multiple moons. And then they see the people that have been sucked up into the void, being wrapped up and pulled away further and further into the darkness. All right. Janet comes running up, and whether it's luck or foolishness, she tosses the knife away, but she holds on to the fork and she turns it around and she leaps at the geek. The geek has a parry of 4, if I remember correctly. Yes, parry of 4. Okay, Janet only got 3s. I'm gonna roll with that for right now. So, Greg, Janet failed to skewer the geek. What just happened?
Somehow I magically, I don't know if it was my spider senses or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I managed to just at least step to the side so that she like hit the wall behind me or something.
Nice. Now the two of you were up, going back and forth. She yanks it on the wall. She snarls and turns on the geek. Okay.
Is that knife somewhere that I can grab it, or did she throw it behind her?
It's not far from you.
Okay.
You could easily like sidestep, go down and grab it when it gets to your turn. You could get that knife.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we see the camera cuts through the wall and the scene shifts, and we see the jock adjusting his Stetson hat, looks around, and he's looking at Eddie. Eddie is sitting on the bike, puts the kickstand down, steps off the bike. He's now walking around the bike. And I don't know, how does the jock even know who Meatloaf is?
No.
Okay, and he's never seen this movie, so all he knows is that there's a heavy-set guy with a huge gash in his forehead walking around with this nasty-looking pickaxe in his hand. And he's walking around that bike. Okay. I'm sorry. Lee, I made a mistake. This is the concession stand. This is where the shotgun might be.
Right.
Right. I'm sorry about that.
Much
so
better.
what? So what is the jock
I didn't know I was
doing?
gonna be that fortunate. The plan was we are going. The only door he sees is right here. He goes through here. He's slammed in here. He sees this door. He comes through here. He knows as he comes out here, he's quiet coming out here. And that is where the shotgun is at. And he's going for it.
Okay, so he's going for the run. He's going to go try and get across. Okay, now, your boots, your cowboy boots, like the gray is carpet. Okay? So it's quiet until you get to here, and then it's loud. Eddie's head snaps around as he sees the jock. He snarls, his black on black eyes, massive amounts of black liquid on the face. The inhuman snarl that comes out of his mouth catches the jock off guard for a second, but the jock has a goal. Okay. This is going to be a resisted athletics. The higher you roll, the better. Okay? So, Lee, we're going to do three rolls. Okay, Lee?
Yeah.
The higher you roll, the better. All right? Whoever gets the most tokens for every success and raise you get a token. Okay?
Gotcha.
At the end of these 3 rolls, whoever has the most tokens won. If you win, you got back behind the counter and you found the shotgun. If Eddie wins, he caught you before you got over the counter. Okay? So, okay, this is not resisted. All right, Eddie got a failure on his. Lee, what did you get on yours?
Okay, that's just one athletic die, right?
It's athletics and a wild die.
Oh, both.
So you're rolling a D8 and a D6.
Oh, gotcha.
Hold on, I got to check out one more thing. Lee, you will add +2 to your result.
And he got a 7.
So that's
Okay, got a 7. Are you happy with that? It's not enough for a raise, but you have a token.
No.
And right now, Eddie doesn't.
I want to use a Benny if I could do that.
Okay, you want to try again for a higher roll?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So one Benny for that, right?
Yep, you just take the Benny, drop it on the table, and then roll me a D6 and a D8 again.
All right, just a Okay, here goes the next die. Yep.
D6.
Okay. And a D6, Lee.
You roll them both again.
Yep. And you always take the highest.
So you still got a 7.
Okay. Okay, so you still got 7. Okay, so still, you got a token. So, Lee, all right, this is Eddie's second roll. Again, another failure. So, Lee, you got... so, Lee, go ahead, give me an athletics and wild die roll again.
Is he still +2?
Yes, he is. Okay, so Lee, now
Another
you're up to 2 tokens. All right, so as long as we're gonna roll, this is the last roll. As long as Eddie doesn't get a success and a raise, you'll be fine. And all he got was a success. So Lee, all you have to do is not get a critical failure.
Okay, deal.
So as long as it's not double ones, you'll be fine. You will have made it over the counter. Oh, okay. You got a failure, which means you still have 2. He only has 1. The jock has successfully made it over the counter. And he has his hands on the shotgun. And Eddie slams into the counter, rakes the pickaxe over the counter, leaving a huge, ragged hole in it. Stands up, and then we see the Stetson come up, the jock come up, and the jock is holding the sawed-off double-barrel shotgun.
Nice.
Okay, so now we go to the geek. It's your turn.
Okay.
Like I said, that knife is not far away. You can try for that. You can try to run. You can try to fight her hand to hand. You got lots of options. You could try to intimidate her, talk to her. You got lots of options. What is the geek doing?
I'm going to go for the knife because I don't think I would do very well just trying to straight up fight her. And I'm going to assume that they're not really much of talking.
Something tells you that that's probably very true.
Yeah.
Okay. So
not when she was looking at me like a Happy Meal.
No, yeah, exactly. Okay, so she lunges. You try to go for the knife. Give me an athletics roll real quick. I want to see if you can actually get it. If you fail this, you can attempt to either run or attack, but you will not be able to use the knife. Okay, you will not, unless you want to Benny that.
Why am I asked? I got 3 bennies. Where are we at on time?
We're almost done.
Okay. I'll throw a benny.
Okay.
Where did that go? Where did that go?
There you go. Okay. Roll me the athletics and the wild die, please.
There we go. There's a 4.
There's a 4. You can roll that 4 again, please.
So that's a 6.
Not enough for a raise, but you definitely have the knife, so you'll be able to use the knife.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead. You wanna you're gonna gut her, or you're gonna run away?
I am going to gut her.
You're gonna try and hit her with a knife. Okay, give me a fighting roll, please.
Which is still D4.
Mm-hmm. So D4 and a D6. Oh!
There we go.
Nice.
So
Roll me
I got
that
another
D4
D4.
again.
So that's a 5.
That's a
I got
5.
4.
That is enough to hit. So you're gonna roll your strength plus a D4.
So strength is a D6.
Nice. Okay.
Plus a D4, you said?
Plus
or
a
add
D4.
D4?
What's that?
You said add a D4 or plus a D4?
Plus a D4. You add the results together. These can ace.
Okay.
And if you're not happy with the result, you can spend a Benny to get a better result.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah, we're Bennying that.
Okay. Okay.
D4,
Mm-hmm.
D6. Not much better. It's a 5.
It's a 5. It's a 5. It's not enough for a wound, but it will shake her. So it means you did hurt her. So as the audience, what just happened? What did we see?
So, yeah, I see the dice that she threw. I go for it. And as soon as I grab it, I just come back. Whoop,
Okay.
taking a slasher.
Where does it hit her? Okay, so yeah, the knife catches along the cheek, up the nose, and right over the eyebrow, and it startles the Janet demon, and she staggers back. She snarls, and we see that she's going to try and lunge again. But first, I gotta give out initiative.
Damn it.
Actually, cancel. I screwed up.
Uh-oh.
Every time you get a Joker, you're supposed to recall all the cards, and you're supposed to shuffle the deck.
Oh.
So I apologize for that. I screwed up.
So there's always 4 in the deck then when you draw then.
I'll try this again. Oh my god. Learn how to run Roll20. Okay, so now, again, Lee, if you did not get a 6 or more, let me know. The bad guy's got a 7.
The bad guy's got a 7?
Yes.
Ooh,
and I got to roll agility, right?
No. What card did
What's
you
your
get?
card?
Oh, card. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's less than it's a 2. You can.
It's a 2. Okay, not a problem. Let me get you a different card, and again, let me know if it is not a 6 or more. What is your new card? No, shut up. Are you serious?
I am not kidding.
Oh my god, congratulations. Gentlemen, take your Benny. Take your Benny. Lee,
Nice.
Again, the Jock, the Roll20 gods are loving you tonight. The Jock may go first at any time, and you'll get a +2 to all actions this round. So, +2 to all your rolls are at a +2.
Very good. We're going to be blowing some ass.
Whoa!
Splatter the meatloaf.
Splatter the meatloaf. Okay, so the Jock has a shooting of D6. So Lee, roll me 2D6.
2D6 plus we add 2 to both the rolls, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, come him now.
No, Lee, excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Lee, because it is a shotgun and it is buckshot, and because he is so close to you, he's outside of melee range. So you will get, so the damage, the shotgun right now for you is going to be 3D6.
3D6.
But Lee, for your attack, a shotgun with buckshot automatically gives you a +2. You're getting another +2 because of the Joker. So Lee, roll me 2D6 and add 4 to both of these rolls.
Oh.
2D6 and add 4 to both rolls.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. That's a lot of punch.
So Lee, we have a 4, which is a hit, or we have a 7, which is a hit. Lee, do you want to spend a Benny to try and get a better roll?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
For sure we want to do it.
I would recommend that.
Yeah, I would. Definitely want to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. One more roll. That's both dice, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh.
Oh,
Roll another D6.
Roll me that D6 again.
Much.
Hey, now we're going for the turkey.
And we roll one more, just one more, right?
Yep.
1d6.
One more D6.
Coming up.
Oh!
Roll another one.
Roll another one.
Wow.
Might
Roll
have the
another one.
turkey.
Yeah,
You
we're at
might get the turkey.
This is a big explosion here.
Oh,
Whoa, so close.
But Lee, regardless, my God, 12 plus 5 is 17 plus 4. Somebody do math because I suck.
And that's without adding 4.
21.
Right?
6,
21,
12,
does that sound right?
and 5 is 21.
21, Lee.
No,
It
no, no,
connects.
no, 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 no.
No.
6 and 6 is 12 plus the 5.
Right.
17.
18, 19, 20, 21.
And then
You count the 4 too?
Yes.
Or no, he got the plus 4.
He got the plus 4 because it's a shotgun and
17,
he got the Joker.
so yes, 21.
21. So the shot hits, it connects. Lee, I need you to roll me 4d6. These can all ace, and they add together. Lee, do you want to spend a Benny to try to get something better?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, again, Lee, you're still going to add +2 to this overall result.
Okay.
Roll it.
Here we go. It's 4d6 coming
Yep. Oh, there we go. Lee,
There we
roll me
go.
another
Much
d6.
better. We will keep those.
Yep, roll me another d6.
You got one that exploded. Roll another one.
And
Yep.
an explosion. Okay, this is coming.
Roll it again.
Roll it again. Oh,
Oh.
God, so close.
Man,
But
we can do
regardless,
this.
my God, so that's 26. That's 30.
Plus you
Plus
said
the
there was
2.
another plus 2, 32.
32, my God. 32. He has a toughness of 6. So regardless, Lee, you've just splattered Meatloaf all over the place. So as the audience, the jock, Meatloaf hits the counter, rakes it back. The jock stands up, and Lee, as the audience, what just happened?
His a lot of that energy went into that cycle he's on. It blew him and the cycle all the way across the room against that wall and just shattered him. There's nothing left of him. And the bike is completely decimated by the force of that blow against the walls, just crushed it.
Okay, yeah, we can roll with that. Yeah, so the jock stands up, boom, and a deafening shot, slams into Meatloaf, picks him off the ground, and flings him into the bike. Knocks the bike over. Actually, the impact of just the sheer weight actually slides on the carpet a little bit. The demonic Meatloaf begins to shake, lets out this ear-piercing scream. His entire body from foot to head begins to bubble up, and he explodes upward in this disgusting black ooze all over the place. And the bike actually begins to go through the same transformation, all from the tire to the seat, begins to bubble up, and then it just melts into the floor. Okay. My God. So that was the Joker. Greg, what did the geek get?
I believe I got a queen this round.
You got a queen. Okay, go ahead. What is going on?
So you said I knocked her back a little bit. She was shocked from the.
Yep. She looks. Yeah, you heard her, but she's still got fight in her. So what's the geek doing?
The geek is gonna just try and step forward and stab her again.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a fighting roll. Let's see how this pans out.
D4. D6.
Poor Susan Sarandon. Oh.
Oh, that's not gonna do it.
Ooh.
Come on, open up. Benny.
Oh, and you're done
no,
rolling
that's
now. The way that I
perfect
roll,
order, isn't it?
anytime someone gets snake eyes, the way that I run this is once you get snake eyes, you're done rolling. Whether if it's your first roll, if it's a first attempt, you're done. No more bennies. Even on spending a benny, Greg doesn't take the 1/1. He just can no longer spend bennies. That's how I roll. That's how I work that. So You got failure, so things didn't go quite the geek's way. So, Greg, as the audience, what did we just see?
Yeah, I mean, I came up. I was just trying to do an overhand stab at her, and she just swatted it away like I was nothing.
Oh, nice. She's much stronger than what she appears. I like that. Okay, so, the crowd begins to go. We got Janet, and Janet, the fork, so you lush forward, goes over, she just, she sidesteps, smacks the arm up. Oh boy, I mean, it's a jarring hit, and the pain just shoots down the geek's arm. It feels like she almost dislocates her shoulder, and then there's a stabbing pain in her side, as it was just sheer luck that you turned from the hit. And with that turn, when Susan Sarandon, the demonic Susan Sarandon, stabs forward with a fork, it just jabs into her hip, and you scream, pull back, and push her away from you. And she takes a couple steps back. So you're shaken.
Okay.
So the next round, before you could do anything, you'll have to, yeah. So I got a couple things I gotta do real quick. So first, that one there, got a 5. Okay. Then where are we at? We're that one there.
You are officially forked.
Okay. So the God bless America. Learn how to use Roll20. All right. So the cheerleader screams as the midget finally latches onto her, and the cheerleader's eyes get big, and we see from the cheerleader's point of view as the demonic cast member grabs onto her, holds her close, begins to let up this high-pitched chanting and maniacal laughter, and they both go shooting up into the ceiling. The cast member fades away. We see the cheerleader spiraling around, screaming. Something wraps around her stomach. She looks down at this pale, disgusting tentacle that's wrapped around her stomach, and it squeezes. Blood shoots out of the cheerleader's mouth as her torso is being crushed, as mercifully, the last thing that she sees before she expires is all the other victims. And what she thinks was originally tentacles, as it's looking down, it looks like hair. And her mind snaps as she realizes she's out in the middle of space, surrounded by stars. She can still breathe, and whatever is the hair follicles that are wrapped around her and other people, and there's thousands of people all over this thing, and she begins being dragged down towards the head of whatever that thing is. So unfortunately for the cheerleader, she's gone. Her mind has snapped, and with any luck, she will have been crushed. All right. And this is also repeated as the camera goes around, pans down, and we see on the other side, 2 more maniacal cast members have grabbed onto some innocent people that are enjoying the show, and they also shoot up into the ceiling. Okay, so new cards. The bad guys got 3. I'm not happy with that.
Did you recall them and deal them and shuffle?
Oh, shite. Thank you, Greg. Yes, thank you.
Yes, that's right. The jab.
That's right. The Joker. Yes. Whew, thank you, Greg. Shuffle. Thank you, Greg. Greg, go ahead, take a Benny for that.
Oh, okay.
It's good. No, it's important that you guys keep me honest. So congrats on that. Okay, so here are our new cards. The bad guys have got Jack. Lee, did you get a 6 or higher?
Ooh. Higher.
Ooh. Aha.
Okay, Lee, what did you get?
King.
You got a king. You got a king also. Okay. Bad guys, like I said, bad guys got Jack. Greg, you also got a king. So technically your characters are going at the same time.
Oh, wait. No, I didn't get a king. I got a 5. Excuse me.
You got a 5. Okay,
Yeah,
that's no problem.
I was looking on the other. What the hell was that?
Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to get you a different
Greg
card.
Presenting. That's what it was.
Ah.
I was on 20, looking at 20.
Okay, Lee, you have a new card. What is the new card?
Oh yeah, 8. There we go.
You got an 8. Okay. All right, Greg, the geek is going first. What is the geek doing?
Oh, I got forked.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is give me a spirit check.
roll.
Yep.
Which I believe I'm a D8.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the wild. There's the D8.
Nice.
Negative?
No, because it's not a wound.
Okay.
Nothing like that. So okay, so the spirit check's fine. So she's collected herself. What do you want the geek to do? Fight or flight? Or do you think she could try and talk her way out of this? Probably not.
There ain't no talking.
No talking.
She's gonna try and shoot down the hallway.
Okay, time to run. Time to run. Okay. There's no obstacles. So okay, so it's just time to get the hell out.
Time to move.
Okay, so here's what we got going on. To get to the door, you're not going to get to the door. But I can tell you where you could get to. You could get to around here. Maybe a little bit further. So here's what we're going to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to do a quick foot chase.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to roll 3 athletic rolls. Okay.
Okay.
Again, at the end, whoever gets the most tokens wins. All right.
All right, I get +2 to athletics.
Okay, Lee. No, you don't have to worry about this one.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, she got Susan Sarandon, the demon Susan Sarandon got a 5. She got 1 token. How did you do? Oh, 4. There's 4. Nice.
That exploded.
Yes.
There's
okay. Well,
there's
4
another
again.
D4.
Okay, she got 6.
I got 6.
Are you happy with that?
There any negatives?
No.
I'll take the 6.
Okay, so let's do the next one. Demon Susan Sarandon got a 1, and it is not a critical. So she didn't get anything this round. She has 1 token.
She got the token on the last one?
She got a 5.
I had a 6.
Right. It's not resisted. It's not resisted. Okay, so you got a 2 and a 4. So you also, now you're up to 2 tokens.
Okay.
Okay, last roll. She got a 2, so she's only got 1. So all you got to do is not get the critical failure. 1. Oh, there it is. Okay, so go ahead, move your token. Move your token to here. Okay, and there's Demonic Susan chasing you out. All right. Next. Okay, so we got the bad guys. Well, we already know what Demonic Susan is doing, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, and I'm not too worried about that right now. All right, so what is okay, so as they're running out, the camera's panning around, people are starting to scream. Brad has gone forward and he's trying to grab some people. Some of the other cast members have started to run up into the crowd. And Frankenfurter and the others are back, and they're chanting, and bowing has gotten, in fact, they've stopped bowing, and they're just kind of going back and forth now. And whatever words that they're chanting have not gotten more shrill and more excited, and they're just waving back and forth and doing this very profane and just creepy chant over and over again. Now the aperture up in the ceiling seems to have stopped, but a lot of the goo and the cold air is still blasting down into the people that are down there. Okay, Lee, now we come to you. You've just blown away Meatloaf, and you can see the geek. She has run and she is slammed into the wall. And she looks behind her. What is the jock doing?
I'm looking at the visual field right now. Is there a black slimy stuff all over that's real slick to run through right now?
Just right here.
Only that area.
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm hopping over the counter. If I have to make a run, a roll for that.
The front entrance is right here.
Right. I'm gonna make a run like this over this.
Okay.
And I see the geek.
Yep.
And I'm going to run over to here and motion to the geek to follow.
So you're yelling at her to, come on, let's get out of here, or something like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. I think that's everybody, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so
that was that round, yeah.
Okay, so here's what we got. This is going to be the last one. Does the demonic Susan, and there was no jokers, right? Does Demon Susan get a hold of the geek, and do they manage to get out? The bad guys got a 9. What did you boys get?
I got a whopping 4.
Got a 4. Lee, did you get a 6 or more?
Just a second. I got a 3.
You got 3. Let me get you a different card.
Hello.
Greg is like, come on, man. We've been doing good tonight. Lee, what is your new card?
7.
Oh, no joker, unfortunately. Okay, so Susan comes.
Oh, hold on. I think I'm going to throw a Benny for a new card.
You're going to throw a Benny for a new card? Okay, toss that Benny and I'll get you your new card. Screw the noise, right?
Yeah,
Greg's begging for you. Like, give me that joker. Give me the joker.
Oh, jeez.
What'd you get?
Another 4.
Okay. So
That
Susan,
was
I paid for a card.
Okay, hold on. You don't. Oh, okay. Are you trying to go before? You're trying to get a better than a 9. Is that what you're trying to do,
Yeah.
Lee? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, toss the Benny, and I will get you a different card.
I did.
Okay. Now the quick rule still stands. No, actually, you already got the extra card.
I did.
Yeah, you already got the extra card. So, what's the second card? Or what's the next card?
Oh God, I don't believe it, Jack.
Okay, well, that's better than the 9. So you are going for Susan. So where you're at, as you're standing there,
+2 to everything, yeah.
and
Or +3, is it +2 or +3 now?
for what?
You don't get anything for a jack. It has to be a joker.
Yeah, you only get things. You only get things for the joker. So as you're looking at the geek and you're screaming at her to move, she starts to move down, and then literally running like a rabid dog, hands on the ground. She's got this bloody giant skewer like a barbecue fork in one hand, and you see her, she's running behind the geek. What is the jock doing?
All right. I run right there. I don't even yell at anybody. I run right there, point the shotgun at the cast member.
Okay. At Demonic Susan, you're going to try and take a shot. All right. Lee, because there is another person that is very close to where you're shooting, if you roll a 1 or a 2 on this roll, you will have hit the geek instead. Just so that you know. So here we go. Give me a shooting roll. So it's a D6 and a D6.
Two D6s.
Yes.
Shooting. 2 die 6.
Oh, there we go. Roll me the 6 again. There it is. The success in the raise. Okay, first of all, because you're so close to them, you're automatic. Oh, excuse me. So that's +2. So it doesn't matter. You got success in a raise. You're going to be rolling 3d6. You'll be rolling 4d6 on good old Susan.
Yeah, we like doing that. 4 of them.
Yes, 4d6 on good old Susan.
Oh,
Lee, do you like that, or do you want to roll for something? Want to spend a penny to get something better?
Yeah, we want more oomph.
Okay. Toss me that penny and roll 4d6 again.
Coming up, right here. All right, 4 die 6.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Last roll for the day, Lee. Do you want to take that, or do you want to try and go for something better?
Yeah, I'll go better.
Okay.
This is my last Benny. Right there. Okay.
Come on. And again, you always take the highest. It's all right. It's all right. So you got 12. Her toughness is only 5, so that's still a wound, and she's only an extra. Okay. So it means you got the wound, so it did get put down. So yes. So part of the ending scene, the jock runs up. The geek sees the shotgun rise up and instinctively just drops to her knees, slides, lands on her side. There's a deafening ba-boom. Susan, lopping along, comes up, and the shot connects, shredding most of her upper body and sending her demonic form into the wall. Before her body even comes flopping back in the ground, her body begins the bubbling transformation, and when the corpse hits the ground, it splatters a black goo everywhere on the wall, the floor, everywhere. The jock helps the geek up, looks at the shotgun, sees it's empty, but still flips it around, intending to use it as a club. Both of them frantically look around. The geek with the knife up in the air, looking at both sides. They hear screaming coming from inside. Do you guys go back inside, or do you guys leave the theater?
the geek is wondering what happens if we went in and destroyed the projector.
Oh, no shit. Okay, hold that thought. Lee, what is the jock thinking? What's the jock doing? There's no wrong answer.
Yeah, Jock's looking at the door and
Time to get the fuck out.
Time to get the fuck out.
Okay, so yeah, so we see the jock just bum rush, smashing the door. The geek starts to run off, stops, looks back at the projector room, runs forward, slams her body into it, breaks it in. As she breaks the door down, she stops. The usual machinery that she assumes, the usual machinery that's there, has been pushed off the side and just haphazardly stacked against the opposite wall. Sitting in front of the projector hole is an incredibly old school camera. Again, the music is still going. Everything sounds, it's projecting all the way out. The usual movie. There are bizarre floating runes going all over this projector. The geek grabs something hard and heavy, just anything she can get her hands on.
Uh-huh.
She picks it up. She runs forward and she smashes it down. As the box connects with the projector, crushing it down, she lifts it again, hits it again, picks it up again, hits it again. The camera shifts to the outside. We see Tim Kerr, the demonic Tim Kerr, the others look around in shock. They look up. They see the aperture begin to fluctuate. The tentacles begin receding back up into itself. They begin to scream. Their bodies holding up, and they begin to float up off the air. The bodies elongating, and then all the demonic creatures start getting sucked up into the aperture. Each of them wailing and screaming as they go up into the demonic portal. The geek, the scene cuts of the geek, with her frantically smashing onto what's left of this projector, breathing heavy, and there's silence. The scene cuts again, and we see police officers walking around. There's a foul, we hear one of them mention something about this foul, rotted meat smell. And we see some EMTs inside with stretchers taking people off, and people trying to get out of the building. And in the mix, we see the geek walking amongst them, glancing around. One of the officers makes a comment about the sludge on the ground, and they all start backing up as the sludge begins to bubble up and rise up off the ground and then just blop open, sending particles out in all directions. Those particles separate and begin to fizzle out. The scene cuts with the geek sitting in one of the chairs, looking up at the screen, looking up at the ceiling, and looking at the camera. Roll credits. In session. So yeah. So again, I'd like to thank E.E. Morris for providing the intro and outro music to the show. Thank you very much. Greg, Lee, I hope you guys had a good time.
Yes.
Did.
Good. Excellent. So as I bring this to a close, as usual, until we see each other again, go out there, have fun, be safe, and may the dice be with you. Always.
This has been a production of Radio Salad Studios. For more information, contact us on Facebook at Radio Salad Studios. Thank you.